Hello and welcome to this Bitcoin analysis video. At the moment, Bitcoin is printing a massive bearish candle for the month of November. This November candle is extremely heavy, and Bitcoin is currently trading around the $82,000 price level. In the last video, I mentioned very clearly that once Bitcoin breaks below this ascending trend line, then a move toward the $74,000 major support zone becomes highly probable. And that is exactly what we are witnessing right now. If we switch to the weekly time frame, you can see that Bitcoin has successfully broken below that $93,000 key support level we discussed previously. I stated clearly that losing $93,000 would open the path directly toward the $74,000 zone before the market decides the next directional move from that region. Now shifting down to the daily time frame, you can see Bitcoin trading well below this key level. Price is comfortably below that level, and momentum is clearly pointing toward the $74,000 structural support. Back in November 2024, Bitcoin breaks above this same level. After a retest here, we also have another retest of that same level. After several attempts, price finally broke above it decisively. That breakout in November 2024 led to a strong bullish continuation, which later formed a double top pattern. Price then retraced back into the $74,000 level to establish a confirmed double bottom, and that double bottom structure was the foundation of the rally that pushed Bitcoin to the all-time high at $124,000. Right now, Bitcoin is retracing back into that exact critical support that has been relevant since 2024. My bias remains the same as in the last analysis. The moment we lost $93,000, the next logical downside target became $73,000 to $74,000. There's no hype needed. This is simply clean price action. Once price reaches that region, how it reacts will determine the next major directional move. I also noted in the previous video that this dynamic ascending trend line has been one of the most reliable long-term supports for Bitcoin. Since October 2023, this trend line has been defending price consistently. It held in August 2024. It held again in September 2024. It acted as support in October 2024 before we had this clean breakout over here. Then we saw another clean retest in April 2025. That April retest aligned with the horizontal support and the trend line, which fueled the rally into the all-time high. Since then, the market has been in a corrective structure, and price is now returning toward that same major confluence level. My expectation is that the bulls should defend the $73,000 to $74,000 zone. That is a critical demand zone. However, if the bears manage to break below it, which I currently doubt but it is still possible, then we will have to look at lower price objectives. I will cover those next levels in the next video if price actually breaks beneath this zone. For now, I expect a reaction or bounce from here, but if price slices through it, I will update you immediately with the next major support targets. Looking at Bitcoin liquidations in the last 24 hours, we have seen approximately $2 billion in total liquidations. Out of that, around $1,860 million were long positions, while roughly $140 million were short positions. This clearly shows that long traders are getting flushed out aggressively as volatility increases. On the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, sentiment has dropped to 11, which is far below the typical extreme fear threshold. This is deep capitulation level fear. We saw fear readings of 33 last month, then 22 last week, then 15 yesterday, and now 11 today, showing an accelerating decline in market sentiment across Bitcoin and the broader crypto market. Looking at Bitcoin's monthly returns, November is currently down minus 24.6%, which is a significant drawdown. In comparison, October closed at minus 3.69%, but November has pushed much deeper. The last time Bitcoin had a monthly decline of this magnitude was in June 2022, when Bitcoin dropped negative 37.28% in a single month. So what we are seeing right now is one of the largest monthly declines since 2022. Returning back to the charts, even on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is extremely bearish. The market structure, the candle body, and the volume profile all point toward a continuation into the $74,000 region. Once price reaches that area, I will provide a fresh update on what to expect next. At the moment, all major indicators are pointing bearish. Nothing is signaling a reversal yet. However, based on historical structure, just like the previous double bottom that pushed Bitcoin to the all-time high, I am expecting a similar double bottom confirmation being repeated again over here. But as always, we must wait for confirmation. No need to panic. Despite the extreme fear readings, we simply follow the key technical levels and react accordingly. Once Bitcoin taps into the $73,000 to $74,000 region, I will create another analysis immediately and show you whether price is likely to rebound or continue lower. Let's continue watching Bitcoin closely in the coming days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.